only legend know. A Juno on a shelf and a heart in every note. When he hits the stage, yeah, the whole room glows. He's the spark that starts the fire everywhere he goes. On Highway 6, we're riding tonight. Love Bay Radio, we're feeling alive. Turn the dial up, let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on Highway 6. Petra brings a soul with a voice so true. A Juno nominated heart shining right on through. Every melody she sings feels like something new. Painting every moment in a brighter hue. On Highway 6, riding tonight. Love Bay Radio, we're feeling alive. Turn the dial up, let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on
Highway 6.
and Ron's in the studio shaping dreams.
Yeah, we ready.
Bottles, pens, steady beats deep.
This guy right here.
With the vision, always holding it down. He's the quiet heartbeat, the shaking the ground.
Right.
On
Highway 6.
riding tonight. Love Bay Radio, we're feeling alive. Turn the dial up, let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on
Highway 6.
Highway 6. Music hit. Toronto in the groove on
On Highway 6. Take it away, Rom. Awesome. Amazing. Hey everyone, welcome to Highway 6 to Africa. Thank you for joining us for another amazing show. Today is March 21st. Can you guys believe it's almost the end of March? What's going on?
Yeah, no kidding.
I feel like it was just January, so I want to shout all of our listeners all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. You're joining us on Highway 6 to Africa. Myself, Petra, and my two amazing co-hosts, Ron Malinga and TYB. What's going on, guys? Ron, what's going on? How was your week?
My week was it was fine. Yeah, it just went zipping by. I don't know where all the days went. Yeah, it just one thing after another just blew by. Yeah, I've had a great week. The interesting about here in the West Coast is we have not where I'm at had any snow at all this year. So that is none, zero. And it's looking like a half decent day today, so I have no complaints. How you doing, TYB?
Well, who wants to know? But, the fact is, we had a fake spring, as I've been saying. Not until it's the Victoria Day's long weekend, then I'll be very comfortable. But from now until Victoria Day weekend, where summer is supposed to start, it's still a fake spring. All the same, I'm okay. I'm good. It's been great, and the Lord has kept me up until now. So I don't have anything to complain about. Petra?
Oh, that's nice. I like the way you put that, TYB. Yeah, my week's been pretty good. Just like both of you, the week has just flown by. Today I want to shout out happy birthday to baby Harmony. Her second birthday. So I'm on location. I'll get back to the party, but I definitely want to shout her out. And it's just been a great week, learned so many things. Went to a conference earlier on today. I want to shout out my coach, Felicia Raquel. So she does a lot in the city. With business owners, sharing information, coaching, all of that great stuff. So I went to her event earlier on today. And it's just been a really great week,
Oh, awesome.
No complaints.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
great to be back here every Saturday. You know, it's so refreshing. It's something that I always look up. You know, to come and be with you guys here and then explore,
Aww.
Hmm.
explore what is
Baby.
explore
I'm trying to do two hearts. I'm holding the phone, so it's like heart. Yeah.
what is explorable, and what learn from each other, and then get some artists, and then we have the greatest of conversations. So I mean, it's great to be back.
Hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so it's been a very interesting week. I want to be able to touch on some of the things that you put in our chat, Inquiring minds want to know. We do have a little like WhatsApp group. So we do communicate in the week, and TYB and Ron are always putting some amazing information in there. So I want to touch on some of those. I did have a conversation with someone today about AI, and I realized like AI is just like, so much is going on. I'm trying to remember there's something else that AI is going to be advancing to. I think it's something to do. I can't remember the exact term, but like auto something generated. So
Mm,
now it's getting to the point where AI is going to be more catered to you as a person and your
Hmm.
user experience. So
Hmm.
I will have some more information on that. But I don't know if any of you guys have heard about that. It's called AIG or something, or AGI, auto generated intelligence. I think it's AGI.
Hmm. I
really, I don't know where this is taking us to.
yeah, no.
That's the
I
thing. It's just like they're saying that technology, like what we know now by AI is nothing compared to where it's gonna be by 2030.
That's
So
right.
it's just like
yeah.
to our hats, folks. It's gonna be a
Well,
bumpy ride.
Mm,
I guess the biggest worry people have though is how many jobs it's going to take and if it's going to take their job. That's what I think some people are worried about.
But that's the
Um,
thing, though. You can't have that with AI. It's one of two things. Either you're gonna have the fear it's gonna take your job, or you find a way to harness the power of AI in your business.
oh, fair enough. Yeah, there's no
So you got to
question.
pick a side. You got to pick a side. And some people, it's like they're paying attention now and learning everything they can know now because they can see what's coming. Well, a lot of people are just like la 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 la, like, and then they're gonna wait till 2030 and be like, oh my gosh, like I can't spend real cash. What's crypto? Like, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? And crypto's already been around for the past 10. Crypto's been around since like 2008. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like that's the thing. You just need to be on top of your game now, because it's
Hmm.
not getting any better. Like when gas prices go up and groceries go up, we don't see them coming down. They
No.
just so if groceries are like this now, what do you think it's gonna be in the next 4 years from now? Like,
Up.
so either you gotta start growing your own food or strategizing from now. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I would like to jump on what Ron said about
Mm-hmm.
jobs. I
Mm-hmm.
think people already lost their jobs. I think they have. A lot of jobs are lost.
Oh,
Hmm.
But
'Kay.
84,000 jobs were lost in Canada.
in the industry, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
84,000.
but
Which
I don't know if that's not all due to AI, but that's
Just in
various
general, yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
it's
just in
changing.
general.
The face is changing. The way we used to do things are changing so fast.
Oh,
It's saying that um, I don't have to go and queue for tickets to go and see a concert. I just do it online.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
the ticket person is gone, right? The stage manager is almost gone because everything.
mm,
Okay, put this one there. AI says put that one there. Put one. So you don't need something that a group of people just come together to say, okay, how do we do it? Within a split of a second, it's already done.
Hmm.
So on the job situation, if we go into the studio now, we know no studio engineer,
Hmm.
somebody who has mastered his or her craft,
I
mixing
know.
music and all those. Now people sitting, within the confines of their homes and then come out with something and then boom, 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 and then they done. It's been there, but we never took uh, notice about that. It was gradually coming into focus. But right now, just like Petra, you said, within the next 4 years, we don't know where it's going to be.
I
But
found it.
Yeah, I
It's
was talking
called
to yeah, I was talking to Kwame. My son, he says, "Pop, within the generation right now, he used the word the D word that says they'll be the dumbest." I said, "Why are you saying?" He says everything will be dependent on AI, so you are not going to be able to use your brains to do anything else. How you have to sit back, you rely
mm,
on the machine, but not everything that the AI tells you is correct.
exactly. Because it comes from man's and AI is man's wisdom, but
Mm,
divine intelligence is God's wisdom. So it's like you have to know how to navigate in this system. You know what I'm saying? I just
yeah.
want to
Yes.
mention something because I remember I mentioned about I found out what the term is. So
Okay.
is AGI, artificial general intelligence, refers to a theoretical future AI that can understand, learn, and apply knowledge across intellectual task in any intellectual task at a human level or higher.
Jeez.
Yikes. Does that mean it's going to take over teachers' jobs, for instance, as an
I
example?
I
Isn't
could see
it
that,
around? I think it is.
but
Yeah,
you
I
see,
just, could there be robots going into a classroom instead of teachers?
Hmm.
But see, my thing with that though, because I was thinking about that about AI in the classroom, and I think it could be beneficial as well as like I think the teachers definitely need to be there because you need that human approach. But having AI in the classrooms so that AI can study where each individual student is and then curate a program based upon that curriculum that can just know where that child is because everyone learns at a different level. And I feel like sometimes in the classroom, certain kids they get left behind because it's like either the kids who are really advanced they get the attention because they're doing great, then the children that have a lot of challenges they get the extra help. But what about the ones in the middle that slip through the cracks? So I think AI will be able to be used as a good tool to help those students. However, I you need to have the human presence. You need to have a teacher in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, first of all, when in saying that, I can see that's a really good, interesting plan about, taking each student and planning out something for them. But who would do that? It would have to be a human, first
Yeah.
of all, to type in the information, to give
Hmm.
them what they need
Hmm.
to know to go
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
but then I still agree with you too, Petra, that, or I agree still that a teacher will always be needed in the classroom.
Hmm.
But it's interesting because a big focus lately I've seen on the news has been about the support that we're not getting from big phone and TV companies. Like for instance, here in Canada, we have Bell, Rogers, or Telus. Those are the
Mm.
three major ones. And so
Mhm.
much of what you are getting when you go to get, I know this from having to get some support from Telus this week. So much of it is AI. It's
Yeah.
AI, and I
Mm.
on my computer when I went in, I looked for a phone number. I couldn't even find a
Yeah.
phone number
Yes.
for
No.
support.
No.
And
Oh,
so there
wow.
was there was a chat in the bottom right, and I went there, real person, please. Then tell me your problem, please. And I kept going, real person, please. And it was so aggravating. And
Yeah.
though I am not the only one, this is a
I
very
know.
problematic situation due to
Yeah.
AI, which because AI is
Yeah.
just all they're doing is putting AI in for the chat person and they're just trying to hear your problem or you type in your problem. But here's the deal, folks. What happens if it's your internet that's the problem?
Mm.
You need to speak to somebody so that
True.
you can actually get a technician or somebody to help you.
Mm.
We
Yeah.
still need people.
Especially when it comes to, I had the experience when I was trying to reach a company. It was about you know reversing a transaction. The AI was telling you the same thing. It was oh no, but do the it was so frustrating. I had to cut it off. Like I
Mm.
emailed and they got back to me. So my whole thing is that if you are able to email me back, I mean, real person email me back. Why didn't you put somebody in there? It's a waste of time, honestly, and it causes a lot of mental anguish, where
Fair
you're
enough.
not getting the instant response to a technical problem, just like what Ron just said, right? It's so frustrating. So AI, it's there's the pros. There's no doubt about it. But the it's got its drawbacks, and bringing that into the music industry is the same thing. That's what we're going through right now. We don't know where things are going. It's in a chaotic state because the big boys, every day one is suing the other. Every day one company is suing the other. The AI,
Mm.
everybody is trying to protect a turf as they go. So we don't know who owns what, who is responsible for what, and who is doing what. And this is so the artists are sitting back and saying, "What the heck is going on? Do I continue doing what I'm doing, or I may trespass on somebody's turf, and I'll get dinged for it, right?" Just like on this station, we have. I think I said it before. We use a track to promote the Saturday show, Saturday Night Love, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. AI is, I say, why did he use it? Da, 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 da. Meanwhile, the station is licensed. They say fair use and all those kind of stuff. AI kept saying, no, no, no. Until I emailed them and said, you've responded that, oh, that you understand. So why do I keep getting this, right? So as an artist, I'm so happy, happy, happy to have registered a company, pay my dues, right? Pay the licensing fee so that the artist there will be able to make money, right? But then when it comes to the artists getting their fair share of the whole thing, AI is gradually creeping in to displace them. As to which way they go, we don't know. So, I mean, that is my worry. That is why we've been talking about this over the past year and a half. And it seems a lot of people, a lot of artists are beginning to understand that even if there's a leeway to use AI, a lot of them don't have that, excuse me to say, the education to understand that
Mm.
there's so many things going on behind the scenes where if
Yes.
you take care, you step on somebody else's toe because now they are suing each other. So who is writing the copyright rules? Where do I go? What do I have to do? Are we being replaced as songwriters and artists? As I spoke, I think I was communicating with Ron and said, so what is happening? Gradually, they are trying to take over. At some point in time, they may say that, okay, we may realize that they don't need songwriters. Just go in AI will do this. So it touches on the job situations like that. So it can never replace a human being, but a human being will have to program AI to give us the results, right? So where it is, the future of music, the music industry, is is quite uncertain. I don't know. You can pick up on that.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that, just kind of backtracking. You made some really good points, TYB, where it comes to like the role of humanity with AI. Like speaking previously, where AI is right now, there's still a need for humanity, right? So it's like we can see AI is creeping into our society, but we still see that there's a need for humanity, and we're getting tired of all the AI on the call centers and the customer service. Like we're screaming out for that, and even the artists are voicing out about it. But now with this information that I learned about the artificial general intelligence, where future AI can understand, learn, and apply knowledge across any intellectual task at a human level. That is cause for concern. Because at this point, we know AI, like it has some challenges. It's not at a human level. But when you say tasks at a human level, does that mean emotive, with emotions, with feelings? Because I think that's the difference between AI and us. AI right now is like a data source. It's like a talking encyclopedia. You can type anything into it, it gives out data. But now when you're saying human like, what makes us human? Having emotions, feeling. So if they now create AI that has the capability of feelings, what does that look like? How will that then impact society, because now when you call in customer service and you're speaking to AI, there's no emotion. So it's just like,
Also, yeah.
it just talks to you and it's like there's no connection. But now in my job, in my day job, I work as a CRM specialist. So we actually build AI agents, So we have something called voice AI.
So you are
So
a part of the problem. Okay.
listen, I'm working undercover for you guys. I'm working undercover. You gotta stop. Listen, you gotta get them from the inside out. I'm like a secret agent. Double up extra, okay? Double up extra.
All right.
What I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is the fact that like TYB, I don't want to lose my thought.
No, you
But yeah,
said,
what I was trying to say,
you build it. Okay.
yeah, we build it, right? But one thing I'm noticing with the voice AI is like you can have a conversation with it how we're having a conversation right now. And I remember listening to the AI and it had some human-like sounds like, oh, hmm, just these little sounds to show that it's human-like. So to me, that was kind of like, I noticed that. I picked up that it's making these sounds. So imagine them adding more emotion. Oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? That's a bit scary because now it's like you're adding emotions with this, how do you describe it? With this technology. But the one thing that it will never have that makes us human and that AI is consciousness. It doesn't have consciousness. It will never have
No.
consciousness. It'll have awareness, but it doesn't have consciousness. But my concern is we don't know to what extent or how this new AGI, artificial general intelligence, is going to be. Yeah, artificial general intelligence. We don't know how that's going to look in comparative to the AI we have now. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, I can tell you that one of the things that AI, I'm finding what it does is that when if you type in a question or you ask it to rewrite something for you, it's doing is using the internet as its source because
Yes.
that's all it has.
Mm.
And as I read in a really good book, it said that only 50% of what you see on the internet is really true. So that's about how much right now
Mm.
we can trust AI as to being accurate. I even pointed out something. I said, I was asking my family doctor a question about, will this help to solve this problem? Will taking magnesium solve this problem a bit? And he said, no, not at all. I don't know. No, that's totally wrong. That won't help you a bit. So an AI suggested this vitamin magnesium for this situation, and he said, no, that's totally wrong. No, you don't. That's not going to help you a bit.
Mm.
So believe only half of what you have. What I like to use it for most is just to find information faster than it would take me to find it online, like Googling it. I just
Yeah.
go, what year was this song released and who are the writers? Because I do a lot of sheet music. And who are the writers and when was the album released and what was the name of the album and who was the bass player? And it just goes through all searches, search, comes up with the answer, bingo. But that's not human at all. To me, that was just here are the facts, man,
Yes.
according to what it thinks are the facts. And it has been wrong many times. So, folks, if anything from this you should learn is that don't be totally dependent on AI as being your source of information because it isn't a good source all the time, especially if you're using the internet. And
Mm.
the internet isn't always a good source. I mean,
Mm.
we could talk about COVID-19 and how people were getting facts from all over the place and saying this or that, and it's not all right. So nor is this AI that we're using right now. I use ChatGPT to do this. I often ask it the same question in different ways just to see if it'll come out with something different. How about you?
Mm.
Just to see if it'll say, well, I heard it was this person that wrote the song. And it says, oh, correction, you're right. It did. It was
I,
that
I
person.
can't stand when AI does that. Like AI's gotten the date wrong. I'm like talking
Yeah.
to it. I'm like, it's not that date today. It's this. Oh, you're so right. You're so smart for catching that. I'm smart. Like I'm supposed to rely on you for information. And it's like, hello. So yeah, you have to know you can't trust it wholeheartedly, but that's the problem. There's some people that live and die swear by AI. That's scary. People are marrying AI. People are like they take it to a whole nother level and it's dangerous. So now as AI advances, like humanity is becoming dependent on something that's not reliable. That's
Yeah.
And
scary.
you put the
Because
same thing, put the same information in AI, it gives you the then twist it just a little bit. Same thing. It gives you
Mm,
a different answer. So that makes it very, very dangerous, right?
yes.
It makes it very dangerous. I was reading something. It says the future of the music industry is moving toward a more digital, direct to fan and creator controlled model. Since
Mm,
streaming is still the main revenue engine, with global recorded music revenue reaching $31.7 billion in 2025 and paid subscriptions continuing to grow. My whole thing is, I've been reading all these things, all these huge, 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 huge dollar signs there. Who gets it?
it's not the artist. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you who don't get it.
yeah, the artist. You just said
Yeah.
it.
The people that actually make your platform what it is, yeah, they're like they don't get paid anything. If they do it 0.000 cent. So it's crazy. It's like a slave system. All these people are brainwashed into making all of this content for a platform that keeps all of the revenue and barely shares anything. So where is that money going? Like it's crazy. So it's like people have to ask, like with the invention of AI, making it easier for people to put music out there, is it making artists any richer? Like, is it making you any richer adding AI into your music? It might be saving you a couple of dollars on not having to pay for a producer or not having to hire an artist. But at the same time, not doing those things is reducing the quality of the music. It's reducing the quality of the sound. The more you take away the humanity from the music, the more generic it sounds, and it's not making you any wealthier. So, like, what is going on?
Yeah, this is interesting. I was waiting to bring this fact up. I went into AI and I wrote some songs that a woman sent me, who sent me the lyrics to it, and she
Mm,
said, "Here are the lyrics to this song," and she typed them all out. So I copy and paste them using WhatsApp. That was no big deal,
mm-hmm,
easy. And I put them into AI and said, "Write me a song with these lyrics." So, and I said she sort of wants to do folk kind of songs, and it come up with a few examples. And I said, here's some ones that you might like. And what she did, this is really good with this group we did with this song, is we took the chords from that and the progression and how it moved along, and
mm-hmm,
that's the only thing we kept. She went as the singer and the guitar player, took out everything in it and said, okay, I know the chords, I know the lyrics and how to phrase the lyrics now,
mm-hmm,
and they all work. And then we're going to start from ground zero. She didn't say it like that, but that's what ended up happening because she ended up sending me all the guitar parts and then putting her vocal tracks. And then I sent it to another fellow who's a producer. He put a guitar part into it. Then I was given it back, and I put the bass part into it. And so it ended up being wiped completely of AI, other than it gave us the idea.
mm.
So in that sense, I was going, okay, so you helped us a little bit with the creativity and just so that we
Yeah.
could connect because we all live a distance away from each other. It was a good way. We did that with a couple songs, and they're both half decent sounding songs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I thought, okay, I wouldn't have thought the melody line like this. And this is kind of cool how I did
Mm,
that. So I like to think of it as you can use it in a positive way, but don't let it be the way that you do things. So it was just a good experience, a
mm.
good way to get ideas, but
Yes.
there's no AI on it. There was some strings added later, some keyboards added later, all played by people, a guitar solo in it, all played by a human being.
Yeah,
So that we
exactly.
took everything out of it. None of us are getting paid for this, so we're just doing it for fun, in a sense, for now. But we just tried it out, and I think that's a better way to do your songs, folks. Get the ideas. You know,
Yes.
if you like a melody line that it came up and you wouldn't have thought of that melody line, okay, great. That's just almost like having a partner beside you going, what about this? What about this?
Like
And
a tool. See, AI
exactly.
is a tool.
Exactly. And that's what we used it as. We didn't use it on any of the recording. None of it's AI. And it's all just humans playing on it. So we thought, great. This is just this helped us. And so it was nice that she sent all these guitar tracks, and then she sent them back to me again, say, no, I redid them. I want to do them again. We took out the guitar parts for AI completely. So everything is out of this song, other than maybe the melody lines and the sort of groove of the song, maybe. But then the drummer, oh, we had a drummer too. He put a drum track on it that's nothing like what AI would have done. So it was a way to just approach a song in a way that, hey, give us the ideas and then we'll take it from there. Thanks.
And then, John, having said that, at the end of the day, you remember I just quoted that billions of dollars. Who gets the money? That's where it is. From what I was, the notes that I did, it was about. It says that the next phase is being shaped by AI, stronger copyright battles, right?
Mhm.
Fund monetization, short form content discovery, and the fight against fake streams and deep fakes. And this is where Spotify and the others are, and Apple Music, for that matter, they are winning out all the fake AI related streams from there because they want to make money. So at the end of it all, what he's saying is that artists will rely less on just streams and more on loyal fan that we've been talking about right here. Loyal
Yeah,
fans,
the super fan, remember?
communities, exclusive content, live performances and experiences,
Yes,
merchandise.
exactly.
Yeah, it's talking about merchandise and then disengagement from these streams. So we've been saying this that artists will have to the next phases forget about them,
Mm-hmm.
go out there,
Mm-hmm.
perform. If you sell one cap, the money is coming to you. As opposed to going to sign a contract, well, if there's be something like that, a deal, if I can say, a deal, and then one cap, if it's sold for $10, you get 50 cents. So, in essence,
Exactly.
the big boys are using you. So, I
Right.
think if
Exactly.
you come to look at it, it is to the advantage of artists who are able to do live performances. Even if you can do it in clubs, at least if I come there, Ron comes, Petra will come and he will pay 10, 10, 10, 10 bucks, $30 in your pocket, right? And you sell your merch, just like how we used to sign autographs when we went to perform and all
Mm-hmm. It's going back to that.
that. I remember going to Montreal Forum to to a concert by Diana Ross back in the day. Even the brochure, you're buying it. You're buying the T-shirt. You were buying everything. There were no
Everything. Because it's
Yeah.
an experience.
an
So that's the
experience.
thing.
So
Artists. So go ahead, TYB. Sorry.
no, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I just get excited because
So
it does boil back to what we said. Literally, artists is gonna be survival of the fittest in the sense that you have to step your game up, you know? You have to be a brand. That's why I could foresee back in 2020, 2021, like knowing marketing is the key because talent alone is not gonna get you there. You know, talent.
No.
There's people out there who are the super successful, rich, famous artists, but they barely have talent. So it's not about talent. It's about building a brand. Now, if you have talent and a great brand, you're gonna make it. But artists now have to change their mindset and change their mentality and get away from this whole like, I want to get signed to a label so they could take care of me. If they take care of you, they're going to rape you. They're going to take everything
of
from you.
course, of
Like,
course.
So you have to grow up, put on your big boy, big girl pants, and say, you know what? Treat it like a business. Because having loyal fans is no different from having loyal customers. It's the same process, but in music. So you have to build a brand, you have to market yourself, you have to provide value to your market, and and nurture your fans, and that will allow you to be sustainable. That's why there's bands some of the bands from like the 70s and the 80s and the 90s still perform, because they have a loyal fan base. They provided value back in the 80s, back in the 90s, that even to this day people still appreciate them. Look at third world third world. Like, we had one of the last, like, one of the last few members on the show.
Yeah.
But whenever he does events, like, their music is still selling. Like, they're still popular because of the value they provided in the 70s has outlasted to this day. But a lot of these artists of today, they want the quick money. They want the quick fame. That's why it doesn't last for them. You got to treat your craft and your career seriously. And when you do, you'll see the results and you'll last past all of this.
I think, Petra, before Ron comes in, I think we've been programmed to feel that if you sign with a label, you're successful. Right? Yeah, you're successful. So you don't put anything, you just, oh, the labels have signed this, oh, yeah, we like it. No, you're successful. But like I'll continue to say, that the best artists have not been discovered out there.
Yeah.
They are there, but they've not been discovered. But the fact of the matter is that, like we've been saying, the best thing for artists to do right now, because of the onslaught of this terrain that we don't know where we're going, is to go out there to perform. Just to have a peace of mind, just go out there to perform. Petra, you said something, and my note says that AI will be a tool and a challenge, helping with creation and marketing while raising serious questions about ownership, labeling, and artist protection. That's why I'm saying we are in a situation where it's chaotic. Who's going to write the copyright rules? Who's going to write the ownership rules? It seems all the streaming platforms and stuff, they are coming out with their own rules. I don't want AI music, but you've been using it. You've been using those ideas for a long time. So they do that, and they make you feel that, oh, they are sanitizing the system. No, they're not. I don't think they are. And like with Ron, for instance, I was talking to Ron. Ron can write his music right now. Are they going to say that Ron has written the music, or AI can do it better than you? So if Ron is a prolific writer, I don't want to use Ron, but I will rely on AI. No, the music doesn't have a soul.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anytime I hear something, I'm telling you, and if it's AI, I know.
Yes.
I listen to, I know it's AI.
Yes.
Ron.
No, I agree with you. One of the things that I think every artist needs to ask themselves before they're even getting signed and they write that great song they think they've written is, can you perform it live? Or is it just going to be, or is it just going to have canned music in the background? Because I know of one artist, an Afrobeat artist from South Africa, who won a Grammy for her song, and it was a great song. Yeah, no, I'm not going to mention the name. However, I'm going to say that she it was a good song. She performed on the Jimmy Kimmel show, but there was
we don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. And yes, you don't know Jimmy Kimmel well. It's time to look him up. However,
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm like, I'm not gonna say who it is, but I hear all these clues.
Yeah, I'm getting all these clues. It doesn't matter. It was canned music in the background, and since that time, we have not heard a single thing from her since. I have not heard.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I already know, because I watched that episode of the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Yeah, so did I. And I just wanted to see how the performance went. It was, she sung well with all this background music in the background. However, we have heard nothing from her since then.
Yeah,
Um, I, I don't, I haven't
But
heard anything.
she
And
was
so
but
my feeling on that is ask
mhm,
yourself this. When you write your song, can you perform it live with musicians beside you? Do you have,
exactly.
because if you can't, you're going to get lost. You're going to end up having people that are going, okay, that was great. I mean, I went to see, I'll mention the name here. I went to see Madonna one time, and I tell you, I was so disappointed in the concert because it was all canned music with her
No
singing it,
way.
and she was singing. One time there was somebody who came out and played guitar with her, and that was it. I saw all this stuff on
Oh.
stage, and I thought, okay, that's where the band is going to be and the group's going to be. Nope, it was all dancers on the floor and her, and I was just going,
Mm,
this concert sucks. And it did. It was like I think she had
mm.
70 some dancers with her on
That's
stage.
crazy.
I know.
She's a band.
Yeah, but and not at any one time. But I was in this part of the stage where I could see them revolving the dancers out onto the stage at different times. And I was just thinking,
Wow.
this sucks, man, because all it is it's canned music. I'm guessing that it's Madonna. It looks like it's her singing it because it's her talking on the microphone. So it's probably just canned music in the background. But I thought this is terrible. I was hoping you'd be with a really good band that would play along with you, and you'd have great musicians there with you who performed in your recordings. She had some top-notch people that were recording with her. Um,
Mm.
and not a single song had a band other than one song lyric, as I mentioned. It to me was so disappointing. And anybody I've told this says that's terrible. And I agree it was. Go ahead, Petra.
I hear you, and I think for an artist like Madonna, it is a bit disappointed, like you said. But then I think for the newer artists, right? Those newer artists that haven't even recouped anything back, that don't have the budget, I understand why they would, just like the artist that you mentioned that will mention no names, she's a new artist, so I could understand in her situation, maybe not without, because like these people, they'll sign like a $2-3 million deal, but that money's like, what is that? That money will be gone because they have a certain image, a look, and a lifestyle that they have to keep up with, But
Mhm.
for a seasoned artist, a veteran like a Madonna or a bigger artist, you'd expect them to actually have a band. But again, what we don't understand is that some of those artists are also in that same position. It's just we expect that because they're so big and so famous and well recognized that they have all this money to do all these things with their career. But I'll never forget when Nicki Minaj came out at an event and she had to cancel the event because she's paying for certain things and she couldn't fulfill certain things. And I'm trying to remember, there's another artist too, TLC. When TLC were big back in the day, they were the world's top R&B group, but they were bankrupt. They had no money. And people were like, how are
Mhm.
you guys number one all over the world, but you have no money? So we don't know what's going on behind the scenes with these artists. They have the look like they're successful and they have the money and they're set. But the reality is a lot of them, they're struggling. They have to keep a certain front because they signed this contract. They got advanced this money. It's been used on their career. And it's like, they're limited. So I understand how the AI could work for certain artists. But again, it takes away from what people really want. They want an experience. They want a connection to the artist
Yeah.
and to the
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if you're writing songs all on AI and you're
Mm,
singing to them, I'm going, they're going to be too perfect. I mean,
mm.
that's not humans. I heard,
Even the lyrics being generic.
yeah,
Like this,
exactly.
like one time I got AI to write a song for me. That was the first and the last time. I'm like, no, I'll write it myself. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's the thing. It's that there has to be some human feel and emotion to the song. And anybody who's heard a good group perform, if you try to play a metronome along with them, they're not playing perfectly.
Mm,
You can't because that's human, man. Humans aren't perfect. And that's the beauty of us.
beautiful.
AI tries to be perfect. And maybe it is on some songs. It's just, to me, it's just too perfect. We as humans are not that way. That isn't us.
mm,
Um, I know that I make mistakes when playing, and it happens, man. Where oops, that wrong note, or oops, we sped up for this one. or we slow down for this one, whatever. It's just, or the song isn't moving the same as it used to, it has in the past. Tonight's an off night. That happens.
Mm.
And that's part of it. But AI is too perfect every single night. It would be perfect. It would be, I
Because
just go,
every
this,
every recording artist goes into the studio. When you release an album, you know where you made mistakes. You know that.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I've experienced this several times. Even right now, one of us said, this is
Mhm.
it's not how what I expected it to be, right? You are the only person who knows. And for my thing right now here, it says the future of music, the music industry belongs to artists and brands that can turn attention into community, community
Mm.
into loyalty, and loyalty into
Yes,
sustainable income.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
that's
I just want to say one thing. That's like marketing. Sorry, I just get excited. Go ahead, TYP.
it says the future of the music industry is no longer about just making hits. It's about owning your audience, protecting your creativity, using technology wisely, and building a brand that can thrive beyond streaming.
But listen to
Mm.
this though. You know what's so crazy about what you just said? That's the strategy these major labels have been doing the whole time. They've
Yeah,
been doing this the whole time and gatekeeping the information.
yeah,
But
yeah,
they
yeah.
realize they have to tell everybody what the strategy is because if we all don't know what's going on, there'll be no industry. That's what the majors have been doing. They'll take these artists that don't know anything about this, sign them, and then that's the same strategy. But now it's because the market is so saturated, it's like they have to put that information out there, and then the ones that get it, they're the ones who are going to rise up in the ranks. But that is not even just the strategy for musicians, it's the strategy across the board, even if you have a business. You can't just have a business now and have a good product or offer a good service. That's not enough anymore. You have to build an infrastructure. You have to build an infrastructure around your service and around your product. And once you can build that infrastructure and market it and build a community and then keep marketing to that same community for sustainability, that's the only way you're going to succeed. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. But specifically in music, that's what you have to do in order for you to sustain. Like you got to do the work. Like I'm sorry, like there's no more label babies. Like you got to figure it out.
Yeah, now, now I think one aspect of it is now it's not so exciting. Remember back in the day, you went and bought your CD, you take it home,
Mm.
Yep.
the plastic out of it.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God! Just taking it out of it,
I
Mhm.
know.
and then trying as much as possible to put it in
Mm.
there, and then just go and play it
Oh
because
my gosh.
but today it's
I
not.
know. It's
I'm gonna
not.
I'm gonna date myself here. Don't you remember taking out the LPs out of
Oh my
out of the
gosh.
It's coming back. It's
yeah,
coming
I
back.
know, and I mean you take them out
Yeah.
of that, and then they'd have a sleeve over top, and you'd have to take
Oh,
them out of that, and then you'd
Yes.
hold it so that you had it so you weren't touching the record, and you'd put it on, and then
Exactly.
you'd grab the edges of it and put it on the turntable.
yeah,
Yeah, well, that's my day. I remember that, and that
but
was
it's
you'd
coming back
listen to the
though.
whole
But
album.
why?
Ron is coming back.
But
Oh, I
why
know.
TYB? You know why? So go ahead.
No, I'm thinking of why it's coming back. So go ahead.
Experience. People
Hmm.
want the experience. That's what they're paying for. They're paying to escape from their day to day. They're paying because they want to go to a concert. So even for 2-3 hours, they can forget about washing the dishes or having to put out the trash. Like people want that experience back. And by oversaturating the market, you're stealing that from people because now you're saying, oh, you can make a song in 3 minutes. No, it's the process. It's the
Hmm.
process that people love. It's what people learn from. It's what people connect with. It's how they grow from the process. So they have to stop stealing the process from people. Stop stealing the experience. We don't care about the product per se. Yeah, you can give us a good product, but we want to know, like, behind the scenes, like, what was your thought process? Like, look when we interview artists. We don't just say, "Oh, you have a great song. The song's great." No, we ask them, "Oh, what was it like for you growing up? You know, like, what was your mind like when you wrote these songs?" Like, we dive deep to know the artist because we want even the listeners of Love Bay, of Highway 6, to know the experience, to experience that artist, to experience that sound. It's all about the experience. So that's why people are going for the vinyls. That's why there's going to be more of a demand for live shows and people performing live, because people want to experience that. They want that experience, and that experience is human.
Well, I agree.
Yeah.
The only difficulty today that is happening with that I see with live shows is the cost. The cost to go to a live show.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I know some of the ones, like, I don't want to use Taylor Swift because she was just right over the top. People were paying 20,000 plus to see her. But even to, yeah, no kidding. I don't kid you. I heard on the news $20,000 plus per ticket. I kid
That's
you
what you could
not.
be. That's a deposit for a house.
I
Wow.
no kidding. Or you could pay
Crazy.
for a small car for that. However, even still, to go and see say a good act, other than say Taylor Swift, you're still probably going to pay up or some to $700 to $1,000 if you want a half decent seat.
Exactly.
So
It's
this is
crazy.
yeah. So I'd say for the most part, if you want to see some good musicians, go to a club. And then you'll get to see musicians. Not only will you get to see them at an affordable price, but you'll get to see them up close.
Oh, so something just came to mind when you said that, because that just kind of emphasizes the whole the gap between the rich and the poor getting wider. But everything is about perspective, because okay, you know what? If it's 20 grand to go see Taylor Swift, or like 700-800 to see a big artist, go see a local artist. Okay,
That's what I'm
go
saying. Yeah.
support local talent. Where you're gonna get a real live experience, more of a connection, less ego, and you probably have an even better time, as opposed to
Yeah.
being stuck up in the nosebleed seats, barely looking at the artist, like trampled with people. So it's all about perspective, you know? Yeah.
I think what comes into the equation is self marketing. Just like you said,
Mm.
we got to. Sometimes we look at it from this angle that if the local artist is good, we don't appreciate that person.
Mm.
True.
Always
I
want to
know.
get. Look, I'll
It's
say
wild.
I've been performing at the Afro Fest for how many years, right?
Mm.
Back in the day, when they started it, they were using local great artists. There were some good bands there. They were,
Yeah.
but it got to a point where they started looking outside,
Mm.
paying them big money as opposed to paying the same group, right? They were
Mm.
using names to attract people, right? But then there were some good artists down here. So why is it that it worked at that time that it's not
Mm.
working right now? Why do you have to do that? Because, like I said, I will say it again. We've been programmed to believe that names out there are the best. No, we have good artists right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, right. Given the chance, they'll be able to perform as good as you know the people that we so-called have been programmed to. Because right now we know algorithms is leading you to like music.
Exactly.
Oh, how
You're
many
right.
people listen to it? Oh, how many views? Oh my God, it's supposed to be good. But in your minds of minds, if you are to sit down and then listen, oh, what is this? Right? But
I know.
we are being gradually programmed to say, that is good. No matter what it is. So because so many people are viewing it, we don't care. And we know the labels are also buying bots. They buying radio stations, payolas. Play it.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep on playing it. The more you play it, they'll like it. Keep on playing it. So if you're an artist out there, then you become discouraged. So some or most artists don't go in with that with that vigor to do it because no matter how much they've tried,
Mm.
they not seem to be blowing. But then, do you leave it out there? No. Now we're getting into an area AI has given us a way out to tell
Mm.
us that you can go out there even if you have um, 15 people in a club,
Yeah.
10 people in a club, just go. Come out with a t-shirt. Come out with something. At
Mm-hmm.
least gradually you'll be building your base.
Exactly.
in the community where you live, and then you go beyond that. Because right now we know that um, festivals, the funding for festivals are being cut left, right, and center. Even campus radio stations, some of them are struggling right now because it's being cut. Right?
Mhm.
Why is that?
Mhm.
We have to understand that the culture is changing, but if it's changing, one has got also to change.
Yes.
We have to be like chameleons. If you put a chameleon
Mm.
and the environment is black, it will change its color to be black. If it's green, change, right? We don't have to wait till the system tells us, okay, do that. As soon as you see them doing it, there's an African proverb that I'll just slot it in. It says that the moment you go, you try as much as possible, like to pick up a stone to pick up the stone to stone a bird, right? It knows what you're doing.
I
By the time you
know.
get up there, it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is
But
gone.
I
So that is
know.
the whole idea. They are trying to do something, so you just have to do that. The only option available to you is don't rely, just like Ron said, don't rely on AI too much, streaming too much. Find something to do. Go out there to perform. I've seen
Exactly.
solo artists going out there just to perform. Look at Simon and Garfunkel. Look
Yeah.
at them.
There's
What
a
a guy.
girl.
People.
There's a girl I know, right? Like from my fashion day. She's a model. Like maybe some of our listeners know her. Her name is Alice Lee. So she plays the flute at the subway line. So she's in the military, which I love this girl. I really support her. She's in the military. She's also a model. But she started just going in the subway and just playing her flute. I recently saw her on a Sleep Country commercial, you
Yeah.
know? But because she just be going to the subway and just performing just for the love of it. And then it's like I saw people reposting her on social media. And now she's got so many followers, but she just would go to the subway, dress up in a nice dress, and play her flute for people walking past. Maybe they throw some change in there in the little bucket. Maybe they wouldn't, but it drew a lot of attention because she was performing live, creating experience, which opened doors for even bigger opportunities. Now she's in a commercial. So
Mhm.
there's so much that can come from performing live. People want to know that you're not just focused on the outcome, that you're not focused on the money and you're not focused on the fame. You literally just want to provide value for people and make them feel good. And when you can do that with your art, with your music, with your business, with your service, then doors will open for you. You can't fool people these days. You can't trick them. You can't convince them.
Oh,
People
no.
have been tricked. They've been scammed. They've been hoodwinked so much that we're so sensitive to everything. But we're so sensitive as well to the fact that we can tell when a person is being genuine and authentic and when they're not. We can tell when an artist just wants to be famous and make money versus an artist that really loves people and wants to make good music and put it out for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
Yep.
throw this one in. And when we won the Juno, one of our guitarists, one of our musicians, we won it on a Saturday. The next, I think, midweek, he was in the subway system basking. He was playing.
Mm.
And people were saying, "What the heck is he doing? We just won the Juno, and then you just, we put a cup there, and people are throwing money in it." Just recently, he was invited to play the national anthem at the Raptors game.
You see?
Mhm. Yeah.
You
Right?
see?
Yeah.
Adam
Oh,
Adam is doing good, right? He's not performing as he used to do that, but
mhm.
that was something that achievable. Like he played the national anthem. For the people were saying, "Oh my God, how can he? You just won a Juno! Oh my God!" And he's basking in the subways. He was doing that before that,
Exactly.
and after that,
It,
he
Mhm.
was still doing it. So there was nothing wrong with it, right? But where
exactly.
we are heading to right now,
Yeah.
I
go
just want to
perform. Yeah, Ron.
I just
No,
want to
I was
say
just
one thing too. So I just
Mm.
want to say one thing too, and I'll let you talk, Ron, just to kind of mirror what you're saying. It recently happened with a guy that won a Grammy recently. His song, he was featured in a song that won a Grammy, but he was busking in the subways in New York, and it showed him the very next day singing. But he just was it? Yeah, it was a no Oscar. It was an Oscar. The song he was on won an Oscar in the movie, and he sang on the soundtrack, but he was singing in the subway. And I remember them showing that video. But it goes to show because those people, they love it so much, they don't care about the money. That it leads to other
Yeah, yeah.
opportunities. So
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of mirror what you're saying, didn't mean to cut you on. Can go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. That's fine. It's like, for instance, the fellow who's saying at the Super Bowl, which is the American
Mm-hmm.
football final. It was Charlie Puth. He sang the national
Mm.
anthem, and he's saying he had Kenny G with him. Kenny G is one of the most
Oh,
renowned
Ooh.
sax players in the world.
hey,
He plays
yeah.
soprano
Yeah.
sax. Yeah, and but you know what? They are really talented musicians. There's no question about it. They're not one-hit wonder people. You and I can
Mm.
tell when Kenny G plays on recordings. I just go, "That's Kenny G." It's like hearing Stevie Wonder play the harmonica. When I hear a harmonica in a song, I can tell instantly it's Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
However, in saying all that, these aren't people that are just one-shot deals. They are
Mm.
truly talented people, and you have to be like that if you're going to be going somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's just being musicians, being people that like you said, Petra, is just to be successful in anything, your heart has to be in it. I can guarantee that those musicians didn't go out and do those things because they were going, oh, I get $1 million for this tonight. I mean, that was certainly
Exactly.
there was an encouragement, but I tell you what, it's because it's in their heart. That's why they're
Mhm.
doing it.
Exactly.
And I know that Charlie Puth would be equally into music today if he wasn't a millionaire. If he is, I'm sure he is, as he would be if he was doing it out in a subway system. I think that his heart's in it. I can tell because he's so into it. And just because I follow him on Instagram and some of the posts he has, you can tell this guy's into it. He loves performing. He's a Berkeley graduate too. He's just an incredibly gifted guy. I'm not promoting him at all by any means. I'm just saying that he's one of those guys that can really play. You watch him play the piano, you'll your face will drop, and then he sings along with it
Mhm.
too. So it's you've got to be
Mm.
good. Otherwise, people are
Mhm,
just going to
mhm.
go, thanks, but no thanks.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, like you're saying, just go out there to perform right now. It's turning merch, and I won't
Mm.
be surprised when CDs will start coming in there because the streaming platforms are telling one thing, and then if you have to go and perform, because people are going to yearn to see live performances,
Hmm.
because AI can come out
Mhm.
there to perform. AI
Yeah.
called James Z or James T or whatever the name that they put there cannot come there. Somebody was telling me, oh, holograph and hologram and what have you. It's not the same.
No. No.
Exactly. It's not the
It's
human
not the human
experience.
experience.
And we're human.
Right? It is
Yeah.
not the
So,
human experience where a fan will just walk in front of the stage and give you roses, throw that, do all
Yeah.
those kind of stuff. Those were the days, right? But we've
yeah.
been programmed with, oh, it's all about money, but the money is not going to the artist. So if the industry made $31.1 billion last year, how much money did the artist earn? Nothing. So
Hmm.
you might
Exactly.
as well go and do it on your own, even if you get $100. You work for it. You
Yeah,
did
and that leads
Yeah.
me to the next point, which is we're not promoting anything, but the three of us are performing tonight at the Toronto Coliseum there. So you should come out and see. Oh, right. Sorry.
We should be. We
Yeah,
should be.
that's right. Good discussion, man. I love it. All
Yeah.
right.
Awesome. But yeah, honestly. So, any final words, Ron? Did you want to say
No, I
something?
think we've covered this really well. I think it's almost like we're predicting the future sometimes when we're on this.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Mhm.
you. Can we get the divine intel? We get the
Yeah.
scoop. So,
But I
yeah.
think we have been talking about this for a long while because we love what you see. We are artists, so we can
Hmm.
predict, see, we can
Mm.
feel, we can touch what is upcoming. So that's why we've been doing this. And I think a lot of people who have been listening are listening. The artists are now listening. They are sitting up to say that, oh, okay, actually, AI. No, 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 no. There are limits to how much you can use AI. You don't even know what you are going to use AI and who is going to ding you for that because you don't own it.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
AI companies may own it. So
Mhm.
you don't know where you are. So be careful, tread cautiously. If you can perform, if If you can get a couple of musicians together and then form a band, a group, just do it. Struggle. Just like how Case, Ron, we were talking about Case. He
Oh
did
yeah.
it. Boom. They just had to go to their school, paint their faces, blah, 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 blah. Their old school, and then boom. That's
Yeah.
what they became big. So
Yeah.
find some ways to get yourself together. Go out there to perform. Print your T-shirts. Go and do the best that you can. Drinkless caps, stuff like that. Vinyl is coming back. CDs, if you have to do CDs, hey, just go for it, and then everything will be fine. But if you have to rely on the streaming platforms and all this, expecting manna to fall from heaven, you are in the wrong business. But the
Mm.
business has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
YB.
the business is changed forever. And
And don't, yeah, stop looking at your numbers
yeah,
on screen on your phone and your iPad and whatever you're using your computer. Don't use those as an indicator of how successful you are, because they're not.
that's right.
Mhm. And I just want to say one thing as well. I want to just tell people when it comes to AI, use AI for what it was intended for. It wasn't meant to be the main thing. It's meant to be a tool. So as opposed to going on AI and saying, okay, I'm going to use AI to make me an amazing song. It's going to make me rich. Use AI to say, AI, I'm an artist. What's the best strategy that I can use to get my music out there? AI is going to tell you plan A, B, C, D. It's going to tell you all the steps. So use it as a tool, as a guide to strategize with, but don't use it as your creative tool and think that that's going to make me rich and famous. It's not about that. AI is a tool to make you become your best self, to make your music, to make your product or your service be the best thing and get it out to people. That's what it's meant for.
I,
So as long as people use it for its intention, then you get the best out of
yeah.
AI.
And then ask it the same question the next day. See if it varies.
I love that, Ross. Yes. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in this Saturday on Highway 6 to Africa with myself, Ron, TYB. Sending you all lots of love. We can't wait to spend time with you again next week, Saturday. And you guys have a great one. Bye, Love Day family.
See you next week.
See you next week.
When he hits the stage,
Bye.
yeah, the
Our
whole
ritual.
world knows. He's the spark that starts the fire everywhere he goes.
On the highway.
And tonight, love the radio.
We're feeling
Right.
turn the dial, let the music hit.
To how in the groove on Highway 6.
Take it away, Ron.
Petra brings a soul with a voice so true. A Juno nominated heart shining right on through. Every melody she sings feels like something new. Painting every moment in a brighter hue.
On the highway.
Highway 6.
Love that radio, we're feeling alive. Turn the dial up, let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on Highway 6.
On Highway 6.
In the studio,
Yeah, that's in there. Yeah, that's in there.
sound out those pens, steady beats deep and profound producer with a vision, always holding it down. He's the quiet heartbeat, the shaking the ground. On Highway 6, we're riding tonight. Love that radio, we're feeling alive. Turn the dial up, let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on Highway 6.
On Highway 6.
Let the music hit. Toronto in the groove on Highway 6.
On Highway 6.